Legend says a mighty wizard can be heard high up in his tower, speaking in draconic tongue, chanting words of power. From the crack of dawn to the latest hour, prattling on about all manner of things. This is a wizard's ramblings.
Greetings, and welcome to A Wizard's Ramblings. I'm your host, the Green Wizard, here to welcome you to episode 2 of the Wizard's Ramblings podcast. I've been being lazy and doing fuck all. Absolutely nothing. I've been playing, video game-wise, I've been playing some games, but just not on stream. That's not entirely true. I did play a little bit of Borderlands 1. Let me think. What have I been up to? I beat the whole Mass Effect series. I think I did talk about that previously in the first podcast episode. Then we can talk about that a little bit. After that, I beat what was it? Shit. I want to say I think I played. Oh lordy, let's consult the list, shall we? We're already just in dead air. This is fucking great. Right. I beat Borderlands 1, then I beat BioShock 1, most recently I beat Wolfenstein: The New Order. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. But first, I want to talk about just some things that have happened since the release of that first episode, in terms of things that I'm interested in. Some of this might be outdated. That's my bad. Wasn't really good at, I actually had a lot that was I had a whole thing typed out, but all that news got outdated. So we're gonna talk about apparently Genshin Impact is gonna require an age verification in the US. All I can say is thank God. Oh yeah, this is straight out of the mouth here. This is on the Genshin Impact website. Dear travelers, we are required by law to age verify US player accounts. The age verification process will be rolled out to all US players by May 20th, while login, if already have one, or account registration. Please ensure to provide your age information by July 18th, 2025. Okay, so you still have time. Failure to verify the result in an account suspension. In-game and friends chat records will be deleted. No further notifications post suspension due to inaccessible account information as required by law. If the verification is not completed by July 20th, 2026, the personal information of your HoYoverse account will be deleted permanently. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I think this is a good thing, because kids should not be... Dude, these games are so... I find them to be very manipulative and, quite frankly, evil. I think one year... I forget which year it was. I know this is silly to get like kind of frustrated about, but I swear one year that they, during like a Game Awards thing, I think they like tried to coax their players into voting for them with like in-game currency. That can't be okay. What scummy behavior. I don't know. I think this shit is so manipulative. And I feel so bad for the people who spend hundreds of dollars on this shit. It makes me so sad. When, like, so many of them are what? Just like most of them are like turn-based JRPGs. What's that new one that just came out? And it's like the golden child right now? Clara Expedition 33 or whatever. It's like not even $60. It's $50. And there's no microtransactions, I don't think. Let me fact check live. Okay, the deluxe edition is... What is it just a soundtrack? The Flowers Collection. Okay, so some cute little outfits. I mean, dude, I don't give a shit. It's not... Because with Genshin, it's more than just, what do you call it? Cosmetics, right? Like, there's actually, like, good characters by, like, you unlock by gambling. Yeah, fuck that. I'll admit I'm not super knowledgeable. I don't know everything about the Hoyoverse bullshittery, but it can go fuck itself. This is a beautiful thing. I never thought I'd say this, but thank you. Thank you, government, for for stepping up. This is a beautiful sight to behold. What were my notes here? Good. The less kids playing this, the better. I don't remember writing that, but I wrote it, and I stand by it. 10 toes down. Up next, this is for you Linux gamers using Steam Proton. Be careful, because apparently games with Denuvo anti-cheat or whatever will I guess anti-tamper. Can Denuvo be it? Anyway, if you're playing a game that uses Denuvo, be careful swapping out 20 different versions of Proton trying to, tinker with it, because apparently that'll count it as like installations, and apparently Denuvo has a set number of activations per game, so like you might have to wait like an entire day. So make sure you check Proton database, because there will be other people who have probably done the work for you in terms of like figuring out how to get that shit to work. Up next, oh yeah, get ready. We have a serious anti-Nintendo episode this time, guys. Fuck, this shit pisses me off. I don't even play Pal World. I don't even think it looks that fun, but this is so annoying to me. What the fuck? My shit's just auto-scrolling. Anyway, Pal World confirms disappointing game changes forced by Pokemon lawsuit. I know we all saw this shit coming a mile away, but still, I never thought I'd see them demand that, like, mechanics be taken away. It's crazy to me that they can just say that they own, what is it, gliding with Pokemon or pals or whatever. So stupid. Let's see if I can pull out a thing here. Let me... Oh man, this shit boils my blood. It's so it's so awful. It's fucking horseshit, dude. Nintendo really needs to eat a humble pie. They really need a humble pie right now, dude, because they are pissing me off. I hate Nintendo so much. Let's see. Do they have any... Several other game mechanics were also changed with this patch. Many have speculated that these changes were a result of the ongoing litigation. Everyone here at Pocket Pair was disappointed that the adjustment had to be made, but we fully understand players feel the same frustration. Yeah, dude. Fuck Pokemon. Fuck Nintendo. I haven't had fun playing a Pokemon game since Sun and Moon, which I know is a hot take, but I liked a lot about Sun and Moon. I know the introduction to the game was super long. I don't know, man. It was fun to me. I know that's like a shitty take, and they're apparently like some of the worst games to have come out. I thought all the NPCs were chill as hell. I know none of them were like your quote-unquote rival was dog shit at being an actual trainer, but he was still really just cool and a bro and a homie. I thought that was just fun. And then you eventually did get like an edgier rival. Anyway, that's the most glazing I'm gonna give Pokemon. Fuck Pokemon, dude. I'm perfectly content never giving Pokemon a single dime. I'm content never giving Nintendo a single dime for the rest of my life. I understand it's a little more difficult if you're a parent. And you're trying not to like pirate and shit, because you can get in trouble for that or whatever if your ISP sucks. Other than that, though, man, oh my god, I'm so tired of this shit, man. Again, I really don't even care for Pal World. I don't own Pal World. I didn't think the game looked fun at all. But, like, that's how sad it is. Nintendo really can't. They're such jealous bitches over there that they can't even see this shitty indie game have any limelight. It's pathetic. It reeks inadequacy. No, what's the word? It reeks insecurity. Oh my god. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's pathetic, man. Grow up, Nintendo. Have a bit of grow up, as they say. Yeah. What were my notes? In case you needed another reason to hate Nintendo. Anyway, after that Nintendo hate slop, we have more Nintendo hate slop coming your way. Nintendo warns that it can brick your Switch consoles if it detects hacking or piracy. Fuck off. I paid how much fucking money for the Switch 2? How much is the Switch 2 gonna be? Let me check. Jesus Christ, here we go. It's gonna be $450. So you're paying $450 not to own this physical piece of hardware that takes up physical space in your living room and your hands and your backpack while traveling. You don't own it. You are paying for the you're paying for the privilege of being able to use it. And they will brick it the second that they notice that you're tinkering around with their property. Fuck Nintendo, and fuck every game company that does this horse shit. Okay? This is dog shit. This is stupid as fuck, bro. God, I need Nintendo to eat a humble pie, and I need them to eat it soon. Because this shit is so... It boils my blood, man. I know every other game company isn't perfect right now, but... Or ever, quite frankly. But this is just abysmal. This is so garbage. This is so... Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I know, you're not really hearing any new opinions here. I'm perfectly fine being another cog in the machine for this opinion. This shit's so stupid, man. I'm so sick of owning nothing and being happy. Yeah, I have that written down in my notes here, all caps. You will own nothing and be happy. Apparently, let me just read this shit. Sorry. In case you needed another reason to hate Nintendo. Nintendo's May 2025 EULA update adds a new language concerning the specific ways that users are allowed to use the Nintendo account service. I'm reading this off of Ars Technica, by the way. I don't know if I gave them credit yet or not. On the a term defined here to encompass the use of video games and add-on content. Under the new EULA, any unlicensed use of the system not authorized by Nintendo could lead to the company to render the Nintendo account services and or the applicable Nintendo device permanently unusable in whole or in part. Emphasis added. I don't know if I should have read that. Dude. And later in the same EULA, Nintendo adds a new language clarifying that it reserves the right to suspend your access or any or all Nintendo account services in your sole discretion without prior notice to you. That suspension can even come before a EULA violation occurs if Nintendo has a reasonable belief such as a violation will occur. A reasonable belief such a violation should occur, or as we otherwise determine to be reasonably necessary for legal, technical, or commercial reasons, such as to prevent harm to other users or the Nintendo account services. Oh fuck, I just closed my notes. No, my notes. Come back to me. Joplin, return. Yeah, I used Joplin. I know. It's not Obsidian. I'm sorry. I'm not cool like that. I just need something super basic, bitch. Anyway. Right. Yeah, so I read all that. Thankfully, I just finished reading all that. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say, man? What do you want me to say that hasn't been said a bajillion times? You will own nothing and you will be happy. That's all they want. Fuck Nintendo. Like, I could understand, you know, the previous way that they went about it. You know, you will be banned from any online Nintendo services. I can get that. But bro, I paid for the fucking hardware. What the hell? What is this? Why? No. Go, bro. Fucking... Never mind. I almost said something really awful. Like, dude. It's so... Nintendo's being such a bitch right now. They want us to pay $70 now for digital games or $80 for the physical cartridges. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember, but the huge talking point that all these big companies wanted or were trying to get us to go with digital games, they were saying, oh yeah, we'll bring the prices down because we won't have to manufacture physical discs anymore, and cases, and the little booklets that come with it. None of that's going to have to cost us anything, so you won't have to pay for it in the end. Insert that Tyler the Creator clip. So that was a fucking lie. No, dude. They pulled the wool over our eyes, and we fucking let them give us the reach around. They if anything, prices are increasing. Would make that shit make sense. Now I understand, you know, fucking the dollar meant more back in the day, so like technically you were paying 100 something. Motherfucker, I don't give a shit, man. We're already almost paying that. But like, what was the logic in any of this shit? Why is making the cartridge really only like $10 more expensive? Also, you're not even getting the game data on the cartridge from Nintendo, because with the Switch 2, the cartridges are just gonna have the keys. You're just paying an extra $10 for the fucking keys just to be able to hold that shitty piece of plastic that doesn't have any game data on it. What the hell am I paying for? Just for you to take up shelf space. No, dude. Fuck off with that. Get off your high horse, dude. Nintendo's sitting there sniffing their own farts. It's egregious. It's egregious. It's Gragas from League of Legends. Fuck Nintendo, dude. I'm sick of this shit, man. When I bought, what was it? Red Dead 2 was coming out, and I wanted to play Red Dead 1 because I hadn't played it yet. I had watched people play it, but I hadn't played it myself. And I love me a good old spaghetti western, you know, aesthetic. I love the Wild West. I love that fake Hollywood bullshit. It's awesome. So I get Red Dead 1. I had an Xbox One X. Because I had gotten my first 4K, it's still my only. I don't have more than one. I had it, but it just felt cool because I bought my own TV because I had my own job, you know, and I was feeling big money, you know what I'm saying? And so I bought an Xbox One X to watch 4K Blu-rays on. Please don't laugh at me. Don't make fun of me, please. And so, yeah, I get Red Dead 1. I go to Best Buy and I picked it up physical, and the case looked weird because it still said 360 on it, if I remember right. And yeah, dude, they gave you a 360 game. The disc was a 360 disc. You could go and put this in an Xbox 360 and it would run because all the game data was on it. And when you went to go put it in the Xbox One X, it would, I believe it would run all the game data off the disc, but then it would apply patches to it via, you know, a 4K graphical upgrade or download. It would be like beep boop beep boop. Oh, I see. This is basically the disc game key for Red Dead Redemption. I will now download all of the 4K, you know, textures because this guy's plugging it into a 4K TV, and I'm going to download all the graphical updates for free. Right? And I paid $60 because it was, you know, a freshly printed disc. I don't think that's a problem. I know usually I hate paying full price for like a game that's out forever ago. But this didn't really irritate me that much because I have the whole game on this disc. All the game data is on there. It's mine. I could go plug it into an old shitty 360, or I could go plug it into this. I still get the physical connection, right? The physical vibe of putting it in the disc, and it actually has the game data on it, you know? Like, Xbox isn't perfect, but they do, in my opinion, they did backwards compatibility leagues better than anyone else is doing right now. At least as last time I checked. Last time I checked, if you ever wanted to play an old like PlayStation game, you would either, like, a lot of the games I checked, you would have to buy their shitty like streaming service where it would, like, you wouldn't just download the game to your PlayStation, you would have to stream it from their stupid servers, and like the input delay was garbage. I don't know if that's the case anymore. I know that they've remastered and done some games like that, but dude, so ass. Like, back in the day, Xbox was thinking about TVs and how to be a streaming box, basically. And, you know, if anyone remembers that, what was that, 2014, 2013? I forget when the one came out. People were laughing, bro. Xbox ate the humble pie. They got humbled. And then we got Xbox. I know a lot of people don't really like the idea of the game, what is it called? The Xbox Game Cloud or whatever, Game Pass. I understand because you're not owning the games, blah blah blah. Believe me, I'm how do you put it? I find it a tough pill to swallow myself. I want to own the physical game, but for people who don't have the luxury of being able to keep a bunch of shit, or people who, you know, have fucking more responsibilities, Game Pass is a steal, bro. It's a great bargain. Like, yeah, it's a subscription service and you're not owning your shit, but at the end of the day, it's fucking leagues better than what Nintendo does. Let me just compare, okay? What's Nintendo's fucking bullshit subscription service? And what is it, Club Nintendo or Nintendo whatever? I'll just type Nintendo subscription. Nintendo subscription service. We, like, the bottom line, what I'm trying to get at here is, what are you fucking getting out of it? You're getting some shitty ass Nintendo ROMs. Don't get me wrong, I love me some retro gaming, okay? But you're paying what, Oh, here we go. Nintendo Online. What is this? Nintendo Online. Yeah. Expansion pack, individual membership. It's not really telling me what this is, what this does for me. The family pack. Yeah, all my Oh, here we go. About Nintendo Switch Online. So what's Nintendo Switch Online get me, right? You get you get whatever ROMs Nintendo deems you worthy of being able to play. I don't remember if you get everything that they've in the past like added. So like if you started your subscription in February, I don't know if you get the games that released in January. I might be wrong in that. Bottom line is, I'm getting, in my opinion, far more bang for your buck with Xbox Game Pass, bro. Like, don't you have to pay another fee on top of the subscription service just to fucking play GameCube games? GameCube games. Oh yeah, and what does that remind me of? The fucking shitty Mario collection. The 3D Mario collection, where they did the absolute bare minimum. I don't even think they bothered trying to convert them into 16:9. The fucking aspect ratio of the console that they ported it to. Bro, jokes. Actual jokes. Just garbage shit, bro. Just absolute garbage. I fucking hate Nintendo so much. God, they're huffing their own farts over there, man, I'm telling you. Here we go. Membership type for individual. You get online play. Do consoles still make you do that? Pay for online play? I don't like. Is Nintendo did they ever fix their shitty problems with online play? Because I remember, like, Nintendo's never been known for good connection quality. Like, ever. So you get to play NES classics, Super Nintendo classics, Game Boy, Nintendo Music, fucking what? The shitty chat app that you have to use your phone to use. Special offers, whatever that means. And then, here we go. Here we go. You need the expansion pack to play GameCube, Game Boy Advanced? To fucking play Game Boy Advanced, bro? You need to pay $49 a year. $20 a year for the other shit. Oh yeah, also Nintendo 64 is on on the expansion pack. What's this? The Tears of the Kingdom. What? Edition upgrade pack? What's this? Step into world. Yeah. Upgraded performance enhancements for the Nintendo Switch 2 system. So you're fucking telling me, you're actually looking me in the eyes, and you're telling me I need to pay a subscription service to utilize the features of my hardware? This is worse than just being able to pay for internet and, like, paying to use your servers. I have to pay to what? Be able to play at a better resolution at a better frame rate? I didn't even know this worked like that. I thought that was just meant you had to, like, rebuy the games. No, they're making you pay a subscription service just to play with the high frame rate that the console already... What? That'd be like if I wanted to put Red Dead Redemption into my Xbox One X, and it said, okay, cool, you paid for the $60 for this game, now pay another, I don't know, 15 or 10 to be able to play it in 4K 60 frames or more. Oh my, jump off a bridge, bro. Oh my god. They're huffing farts out their ass so fast, bro. We gotta get off Nintendo. We gotta get off the topic, man. This is ass cheeks on a platter. Ooh, you make me so mad, Nintendo. Anyway, in further news, Mario Kart 64 got decompiled, which basically means some sick group of people out there basically made a PC port for Mario Kart 64. How cool as fuck is that, dude? If you're not really, there's like a difference between emulation and decompilation. I'm not technical enough to bring those differences to light. Yeah, I would just try to look it up if you're too confused about it. But you could basically look at it as, hey, we could now basically port this to the, whatever hardware we want, versus trying to trick the hardware into thinking it's, a fucking N64. You know what I mean? I think that's how emulation works, right? Or you trick the software into thinking that it's an N64. Maybe I was right the first time. Anyway, that's cool. Shout out to them at the Mario Kart 64 decomp team. Cool as hell. Next. Oh yeah. Oh man, this is a Games Radar article. Oblivion Remastered gets all the love. Starfield's biggest modders are in the process of abandoning Bethesda's latest RPG for good. Dude, I wanted to like Starfield. I got it for free with my graphics card. That shit's so bad. It was so mid as fuck. Like, I kind of glazed the game at first, unknowing that I think I probably had the most fun questline that I did. I played like that cowboy space ranger thing. I had a decent enough time. It was not a glowing review by any means. I was mulling over whether or not I liked it more than Outer Worlds, and I thought Outer Worlds is mid as fuck. I think we've been over this the first episode. Again, whoever wrote for Pavardi, thank you. I have adopted her. Nothing will harm her. Anyway, in retrospect now though, I'd rather play Outer Worlds any day, any fucking day. Fuck, God, Starfield's so fucking boring, bro. That Nikki Jakey review just like summarized the entirety of the game. Loading screen, fast travel, loading screen, just to fast travel, and then you go to a loading screen. Menus, go to your menu, go through the menu, fast travel, go through your menu, loading screen. That's all the fucking game is. It's dog shit. It's dog water. Anyway, apparently it's so dog water that even the fan base of modders, the fucking Elder Scrolls, like the Bethesda fanboy modding scene, has deemed this game too cooked to save. Do you know how long they've been keeping Skyrim afloat? Bro, that's awful. Anyway, let me actually read some shit out of this article. This shit's so sad, bro. Let's see here. In a post on the Starfield modding Discord, Starfield community patch modder Pickysaurus sends a message to players who had noticed that the mod hadn't been updated since last September. The user announces that the team is looking for modders who want to take the reins from them, as the current creators don't have the time or motivation to curate a patch anymore. Oh man. While Pickysaurus puts his absence down to a new puppy, which has reduced the game time, the modder explains other members of the team have found themselves disenchanted with the game for various reasons: lack of replayability, the paid modding situation, moved to playing new games, etc. Bottom line, this shit's so mid, bro. I'm not wasting my time on it. And you know what, dude? Good for you for realizing that. Even if, you know, whatever you have fun doing, as long as it's not hurting anyone. Although I would argue this is hurting your mental, modding this shit game. Dude, I really wanted to like this game. I did. I had zero hopes for it. I feel like I was the easiest person on the planet to impress. Because it's a fucking Bethesda game. And I knew it was going to be dog water. But I got it for free, so I tried it. I had a decent enough time. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking Skyrim. They actually had the fucking balls, or they were dumb enough to fucking put shout walls in this game. It's comical that they just haven't learned shit. They really haven't learned shit, man. It's so stupid. They're so dumb. Anyway, my note for this was get fucked Bethesdorks. Anyway. Oh yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. Morrowind modders continue to astound. They add physics with pure Lua to a 23-year-old game. If you've never played Morrowind, this is crazy. People added physics to Morrowind. This is so fucking cool, dude. It's a 23-year-old game. Let me see if I can find a little spot to read here. In terms of what the mod can... Oh yeah, this is a PC Gamer article. Sorry. In terms of what this mod can actually do, it enables physics on all the items in the game. Things you can put in your inventory. You can drag them around, throw them, break bottles, but be warned, messing with someone's property too much will not be tolerated. So, you know, the age-old quirks of, like, Oblivion, for example. You weren't able to use physics to, like, pick up a game like you are in a lot of the modern day, or even older, Bethesda games. You know, like the trick in Skyrim, putting a bucket over an NPC's head and then you can steal shit. Yeah, you couldn't do that in Morrowind because I don't think you could pick anything up because nothing was physics enabled. So this is really cool though. The fan base managed to put that in. Really cool. Shout out to those guys. Good shit, good shit. My note for this was hell yeah. I have to pee. So I guess for right now, we will do a quick commercial break. This podcast is brought to you by free and open source software, like PeerTube. PeerTube allows you to create your own video platform in complete independence. As a viewer, has your favorite YouTuber ever had their content removed for an unjust reason? As a YouTuber, do you ever worry about the future of the website? Do you want an alternative, or a backup even, to YouTube? But what if the next platform we all just flock over to gets swallowed up by another giant company and kind of repeats the cycle? With PeerTube, no more opaque algorithms or obscure moderation policies. PeerTube platforms you visit are built, managed, and moderated by their own owners. Without PeerTube, I wouldn't have a method of keeping independence from any major hosting websites. Support PeerTube and politely encourage your favorite creators to host their own PeerTube instance today. And we're back. I had a nice little potty break. So, alright, on to the next stuff, huh? Let's see here. Oh, yeah. This is huge, man. This is huge. Minecraft will finally let you craft saddles. I couldn't believe it, man. It's about goddamn time. That was my note. It's about goddamn time. Oh yeah, and then now make horses not suck. I got this article from Gaming on Linux. I think it's a pretty good website. I can't believe it took you this long, bro. So the recipe is gonna be 3 leather and 1 iron. Was that so fucking hard? Was that so hard, man? What was the difficulty in that? What was the huge balance sweep that this caused, man? Why did it take so long? Bro, this is... Hey, but you know what? They did it. It happened. Now make it so that horses actually swim with you on them and they don't just throw you off. And maybe you don't suffocate with your head being taken up by leaves. Huh? Huh? I don't know, man. Horses, by the time you get to the point of like bothering with like horses in Minecraft, there's like one cool thing where you and your friends can like try to make huge roads, you know, that are like actually horse rideable, which is could be a fun little project. But depending on how far everyone moves from each other, that could be near impossible. Anyway, let me try not to be a complainer for like 2 seconds. Thank you. Finally, craftable saddles. Holy shit. This will be huge for you and your friends' next 2-week-long Minecraft journey. Up next. Oh, yes. Yes. I've been meaning to talk about this. This is a fun one. If any of you who have found my podcast and are in the weird Venn diagram where you found this and you also don't know about Discord possibly going public. Okay, no, Discord is going to become a public company. And you should know about this. Why should you know about this? Because public companies eventually get, investors. And investors have a lot of say in what the company does. And a lot of the times investors don't really give a shit about what the company does as long as it makes money for them. So they might make changes that aren't necessarily for the good of the product that the company provides. Anyway, Discord confirms it is moving forward, becoming a public company, as it hires former Activision executive as its new CEO. Again, if you are in that weird section of the Venn diagram where you're listening to this podcast and you don't immediately get triggered when you hear Activision CEO, that's crazy. That's not a good thing. Activision's not a good company. They're an evil, soulless company. This is... Get your alternatives out now, you guys. We're gonna get to that. My notes here were good for owners and investors, bad for everyone else. So literally the only people that actually use this thing. I'd like to bring up a fun new term. Again, this is a crazy Venn diagram that you're in if you haven't heard the term enshittification and you're listening to this podcast. Enshittification means they pull you in with their service because it's a great service. It's a fantastic service. There's no other service like it. And then once you become dependent on that service, so like you're fucking, you're Netflix, right? You get all the good shows. Oh, I just need to watch fucking Stranger Things. I love my epic 80s show with the Demigorgon. No hate on Stranger Things personally. It's whatever. But yeah. You like these shows? You like these exclusives that you can't get anywhere else? Well, now that we have you all and you've become so accustomed to this because you all got rid of cable, we will now begin making this more expensive and also taking away things such as account sharing. And also, we might have an ad-supported part of the service now, and you have to pay more to not use ads. That's what enshittification is. Once they get you, once you think you're out, they pull you back in, and it's garbage. Unsubscribe from Netflix, unsubscribe from Amazon, unsubscribe from Hulu, unsubscribe from fucking Vudu, or whatever. Okay? Unsubscribe from all that shit, bro. Don't fucking give them your money. Go pay independent creators. Go give money to independent artists, man. Come on, man. But for real, I understand you need your fix of like entertainment. I would say maybe try to find a show that is going on that it piques your interest, and try to only subscribe to one service at a time. It sounds crazy, but Severance is apparently popping off. Okay, what is that, on Apple TV or some bullshit? Go subscribe to only Apple TV for like the month that Severance is like still showing, or whatever. It's not that hard, man. It's not. Or physical media, buy physical media. I don't know. Or wave the pirate flag. I don't know what that means, but maybe you do. Anyway, Discord. Jesus Christ, I got off such a tangent there. Yeah, so I'm not saying abandon ship, right? That's not logical. That's not happening anytime soon anyway. But if you and your homies, right, your friend group, you notice Discord doing things, taking away things that you don't, that you used to use and love, here's some alternatives. I have some open source self-hostable alternatives. Matrix, Rocket.chat, Revolt.chat, XMPP, Spacebar, that one's still in development, so, and Mumble. Yes, Mumble is self-hostable, apparently. At least according to their website. How cool is that? Those are not in any particular order, but those are some alternatives that are open source and self-hostable, and you can have a little more control over your data and what you use on a daily basis. Okay? What you use to communicate with your friends all the time. Make it a little bit harder for them, for like the shit to just be taken like for free from you. Okay? I don't know. Also, before I get too out of control here, there's one closed source, not self-hostable alternative. TeamSpeak. You know what TeamSpeak is. If you're over the age of 20, probably, I think. I've never used TeamSpeak myself. Me and my friends were normies and we used Skype until we got sick of Skype, and then we started looking for alternatives. We wanted something. We assumed the problem was that Skype was too bloated and bogged down, and so we wanted something, lighter. And this, looking back, is kind of funny, but times are different, and we thought, well, most of us have a browser open anyway. Why not see if there's some kind of alternative on the browser? Well, we used Steam Chat. Oh yeah, there's Steam Chat. That's not terrible, right? I don't know. It's usable. In a pinch, I'd categorize that under closed source, not self-hostable, is Steam Chat, voice chat anyway. Yeah. What was I getting at before Steam Chat? I'm just saying, here's some alternatives in case Discord fucking goes the way of the dodo, or gets too bullshit for you to be able to put up with. Okay? Please don't ever make these shitty companies think that they have you wrapped around, like don't let them put the ball and chain on you. Don't let them think that that you have no other choice. There's always another fucking choice, man. It may not be, none of these services may offer, the screen sharing. I understand, but there's ways around that. We did have methods of watching videos together before. Okay? There's tons of websites. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but some people still listen to D&D music in sync when they're playing D&D with these websites. It'll just play a YouTube video. You know what I mean? It's like a view party, like a watch party type deal. It's not the same thing as a Discord share screen. It's not as convenient, I know. But there's compromise, and having control over the tools and the software that you use versus just being thrown around, you know, and having to put a smile for the evil overlords that think they own you and you have no other alternative. Fuck that, man. Never pay for Discord. But that doesn't mean if you were to go to any of these alternatives I've suggested, that doesn't mean that you should never donate to them. If you find a software that you like to use and you feel like you're not being manipulated or taking advantage of, and you just really appreciate the usefulness of that software, by all means donate. Or pay for it, obviously. But again, if they fucking get too big for their ego, if their ego gets too big, and they start, you know, touting about and think that they own the place, fuck them. For real. Anyway, next up, yo, Bungie, bro. What the fuck? Bungie is straight up stealing art. It's just stealing artwork, man. How crazy is this? This is a PC gaming article, a PC gamer article, but the story has been updated. Oh, Bungie has a statement. Bungie confirms it stole art once again. Will undertake a thorough review of Marathon assets. What do you mean? How do you do that? You fucking just, oops, we stole. Huh? Explain. Fuck you. What do you mean, Bungie? Here we go. Bungie is once again accused of using the designs of an independent artist without permission, pay, or attribution. Yeah. Dude, again, fuck these big companies, bro. This is crazy. Hang on. Here we go. Anti-Real, I believe is their tag name, I guess. Anti-Real. Anti-Real said that she hasn't been able to pursue legal action against Bungie due to lack of resources. In 10 years, I've never made a consistent income from this work, and I am tired of designers from huge companies mood boarding and parasiting my designs while I struggle to make a living. Jesus. That is brutal. Let's see here. Bungie is, of course, not obliged to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade, Anti-Real said. But clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over the game without pay or attribution. And they show a lot of examples. And yeah, there's no other way to put it, man. They stole, they jacked your shit. These companies, they just come in and they go, well, ask for forgiveness. That's better than asking. It's easier than asking for permission. That's how they run. That's how they go. That's how they work, dude. It's awful, and they should be fucking punished for it, man. This shit is so abysmal. These guys don't even need AI to steal their artist shit. It's insane. Fuck Marathon, bro. It doesn't even relate to the OG Marathon in any way. If you're a fucking Destiny fan, you're getting fucked because your PvP is getting, sabotaged and starved for this shit. And this shit is just openly stealing from artists. Because artists had it too good already. Let's be honest. What do they think? They think they had talent and are fucking self-esteem after perfecting and honing their craft for years? Fuck no, dude. We can just steal your shit. Did you ever think of that? Oh my god. These companies, man, they need to get humbled, bro. They need to be humbled. More and more and more. Now more than ever. What's next? Oh, this is fun. So, Have you ever noticed that Windows has like somewhere between 5 to 3 different graphical eras of user interfaces? Like you'll have shit from Windows 95 and Windows XP and like Windows Vista like 7, like hidden further and further into the settings in the menus. So this shit's it's just been becoming a problem for so long. Oh, actually no, it's more than that, because Windows 11 introduced their own like aesthetic for menus. So now you have Windows 11, you have Windows 10, you have Windows 7 Vista, sometimes XP, and 95. That's like, what was it, 11, 10, XP, 7, Vista, 95. That's like 6 different generations of menu aesthetics that they are fucking just keeping. And it's apparently become such a problem to navigate these different settings menus that instead of fixing it, they're just gonna put AI in Windows that will navigate all of these settings for you to make the settings you request, change it, to make the changes you want. So instead of simply just going to like, oh, I want to make it so that my laptop doesn't dim its screen when it's plugged in after 15 minutes because it's already on the wall power, so whatever. That means I clearly want it to stay on or something, right? You know, like it's movie time, I'm gonna plug the laptop in so that it stays charged. And so because it's still charging, I don't think I need the power to the screen to dim, or you know what I mean, something like that. So you go, okay, let me let me go into power settings, or settings, power, right? And then maybe like scroll down and you see like screen settings, you know, like 3 things to click ultimately. Fairly simple, right? I'm not a UI designer, but you know, just from experience, that's kind of how things work. No, instead you fucking go, hey, fucking Cortana, can you make it so that my screen doesn't dim after 15 minutes when it's plugged in? And then Cortana shows its little fucking circle-y animation, and it's thinking real hard. And then it probably says some shit like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Or it goes, yeah, sure, let me take care of that. And then it like fucking changes your entire like power system, so it's like on power savings mode. Hey Cortana, can you make it so that my screen doesn't dim after 15 minutes when I'm plugged in? Yeah, sure. Changing to power mode. Changing to power user mode. What? That's not what I said. Too many times I've asked Google. The other day I asked Google where some country was. I said, hey Google, where's blah blah blah? And it goes, blah 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 is 385 million quadrillion miles away from you. And I said, hey Google, that's not what I asked. I said, where is this country? And then it says the same thing. Hey, this country is 7 quintillion miles away from you. And I go, okay. Hey Google, where is that country on the map? And it just straight up goes, I don't know that. What do you mean you're fucking Google? How do you not know this? What? What do you mean? Bro, it's getting shittier and shittier, bro. It's become garbage. Anyway, my notes for this were, it's so over, man. And maybe the UI could use some fixing. Maybe update your UI so that the options aren't hidden behind menus from fucking Windows XP. Or you could just incorporate an entire LLM into your operating system just to make it easier for people to change settings. Oh, speaking of AI, apparently Netflix is going to add generative AI ads midway through streams in 2026. This is an Ars Technica blip here. Netflix is joining streaming rivals in testing the amount and types of advertisements its subscribers are willing to endure for lower prices. Like, listen to that wording. Willing to endure. That's very, very well picked words. Today, at its second annual upfront to advertisers, the streaming leader announced that it has created interactive mid-roll ads and pause ads. Bro, fucking ads for when you pause. Ugh, this shit is so aggravating, bro. Ugh, makes me feel filthy just thinking about it. The streaming leader announced that it was creating interactive mid-roll ads and pause ads that incorporate generative AI. Subscribers can expect to start seeing new types of ads in 2026. Ugh, that's so fucking cool, dude. Like, cut the AI out of this conversation. It's still fucking so scummy and disgusting. Like, it's just shitification again, man. So fucking gross, dude. Fucking gross. What's that one clip of that Bratz show where she's like, ew? That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this, man. Fucking nasty. Anyway, what's next? Oh yeah. Oh, we got this. This was like 30 minutes before I started recording. A trailer dropped that apparently the trailer dropped 13 hours ago. I didn't know about that, but I just found out that we're getting fucking Bolt Gun 2. Hell yes. Love me some Bolt Gun. Sorry, I'm like fighting back a yawn and a burp. Oh, we're just going with it. I hope I made you yawn. Haha. But yeah, Bolt Gun 2. Go look at the trailer. Looks pretty cool. Bolt Gun was pretty good. Good times. I'm a pretty decent fan of the 40k space setting. I don't play that shit. The tabletop game, way too expensive and time consuming, and I'm too stupid too. Other than that, Space Marines 2 was cool. Loved that. It was fun playing that online. Everyone was like RPing as a Space Marine. Everyone was dorking out. It was a good ass time. So yeah, Bolt Gun 2, Poggers. Any Steam Deck users, there's been a big update, I think, as of yesterday. Bottom line from this update, what you want to know is that, for me personally, the big part of this was that you can finally, if you use the LCD Steam Deck, which I do, because I couldn't wait. I knew that shit was gonna become an OLED eventually, but I couldn't wait, bro. The screen's fine. It's got some updates, right? So what do we got here? You know, some big things. It's updated to a newer Arch base, updated to a newer Linux kernel. Lots of efficiency stuff, I think, optimization stuff. It'll now support frame limiting with variable refresh rate displays. Very cool shit. Another cool thing, I did this again before I started recording. You can add a battery charge limit, which will be very good for the battery. I just kept it to the default, so you could limit it to only charge at 80%. That's apparently really good for long-term battery health, which is pretty important because it's a Steam Deck. You want it to work for a long time, like, battery wise. Yeah, and I mostly keep mine docked, so that's apparently better for the battery life to just be at 80 instead of 100 all the time. And so it'll just stop charging it, which is good, very good. But for me personally, the absolute biggest thing for this was Bluetooth controllers can now wake up the LCD Steam Decks from sleep mode. And I have been dreaming. Like, I'm trying to think. Just before big picture mode really became a usable thing, it like kind of dawned on me. I'm like, oh, I guess you don't really need to like. I was in like, I want to say 6th grade, right? So I'm like somewhere kind of close to 12 years old, and oh man, it dawned on me that you can use a controller on a computer, and you don't need to be fully dedicated to mouse and keyboard for every genre of video game. And then that kind of, I'm thinking to myself, like, using emulation and stuff. I should stop cracking my knuckles while I'm talking. Like, how cool would it be if I could, like, what if you like plugged the computer into an old tube TV? Then it wouldn't be that different. I didn't know anything about like accuracy and emulators and all that jazz, but I thought that'd be really cool. And so then I thought, well, wait, what if I just got like, how cool would it be if my parents didn't care if I'm like putting my huge pre-built like Dell, or was it, I had like an HP Pavilion with like a GT 530. I still have that graphics card in my cabinet. Yeah, it's like, I thought it would be the coolest thing if I could just plug my computer into the TV, my big screen TV in the living room, and I could just like kick back on the couch. And then I'm thinking like it wouldn't be the same though, because you still need keyboard and mouse to navigate windows. And then Valve made big picture mode, and I'm like, no way, this is so cool. The menu, it's perfect. And I'm thinking you can, the settings, you can like even make it automatically. If you make Steam launch automatically, then it'll launch in a big picture mode automatically if you set that setting. And I'm like, no way. If I just, all I would have to do is log in. That's all I would have to type for, and it'd be like I'm my own console. And then I thought, my GT 530 is great for games from like the 360, the PS3 era, because I remember being able to play like games like Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I could play that at like, perfect, like better settings than the, you know what I mean? Like better resolutions and stuff like that. And also just the PC port had better settings at like maximum or whatever, higher resolution shadows and all that jazz. And I could play that just fine. And other games from that era. Skyrim, however, Skyrim was kind of new at the time. Yes. Right? Let me think. Yeah, Skyrim was new at the time, and so, yeah. I could maybe get 20 frames. It depends. It depended on a lot. But it was playable, right? It was playable. At least at the time, Oh my god. Oh my god. Such nostalgia for just a shitty for all intents and purposes, a shitty time. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. But years of acquiring shitty, broken down laptops from a family member, throwing Steam on it, playing, hooking up like emulators that could launch through Steam Big Picture mode, you know what I mean? And also just whatever indie games or older AAA games that could run on these shitty laptops, and thinking to myself, man, the one thing that would make this laptop with a broken screen and loud fans, like it's like actually not that bad. The thing that would make this leap light years ahead of it is if I could wake it up with the controller, because that was the cool thing. The 360, you could turn it on with the controller, the era of running up to the TV was gone. You know, you didn't have to turn it on. You know, we had remotes, right? Yeah. Okay, everyone had remotes, right? That's not new, but the PS2, you had to run up, turn it on. Xbox, the OG Xbox, right? You had to walk up, turn it on. But then suddenly with the 360 and the PS3, you pressed a little middle button on the controller. You know? Oh, that beautiful orchestral PS3. God, that's beautiful. Anyway, I don't even have a whole lot of nostalgia for the 360 PS3 era. A lot of that was like the Call of Duty times. Not my style. At least it wasn't at the time anyway. It's not, you know, nothing against it. But like, man, that was it though. That was Gucci as fuck. Being able to turn on my console with a controller, that's what PC's been missing for so long. And thanks to Valve with like Steam, with the Steam Deck, I finally, it really tickles my fancy, man. It makes me so giddy because it brings me back to when I was a kid, envisioning like that's the future, is being able to accurately have all the benefits of being able to tinker with it like a computer, which you can. It's on Linux too. But just have enough flushness, enough fancy, tricks, like being able to turn it on with a controller is just such a key thing. And it's finally there. Well, and the coolest thing is that it's been there for OLED Steam Decks. If you have an OLED Steam Deck, you're like, what's the big deal? I'm trying not to glaive Valve too hard, but I'm a huge fanboy, so I'm gonna do it right now. Any other company would not give a shit. They would tell you, fuck off, kid, go buy the new one. But Valve, they like tinker with it, and they're like, hey, actually, we're wrong. We can make it turn on with a Bluetooth controller. Like, what? And you're gonna do that? Yeah. Wow. Thank you for not being shit. Oh, man. I really drugged that out, didn't I? That's crazy. Just from a fucking Bluetooth edition. Yeah. So, that's most of it. We'll be right back. We're gonna sign off after this message. This podcast would like to highlight and support the Internet Archive. The Internet Archive is a non-profit organization founded in 1996 by Brewster Kahle. Brewster Kahle runs a digital library website, archive.org. It provides free access to collections of digitized media, including websites, software applications, music, audio-visual, and print materials. The archive also advocates for free and open internet. Its mission is committing to provide universal access to all knowledge. And I just think that's super kick-ass. If you'd like to donate to the Internet Archive, go to archive.org/donate. Well, that about wraps it up. I really appreciate you listening. Thank you for your time. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section down below. Unless your platform you're listening to this on doesn't have a comment section, then I don't know. I guess you'll have to like think real hard, manifest bad vibes or something. Or good vibes. That'd be cool. I could use some good vibes. I think everyone could. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, for real though, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Stick around, because I want to do more of this. You can check me out at www.thegreenwizard.win. That's my website. From there, you'll find links to my PeerTube, my YouTube, my live stream accounts, other social media, and all that jazz. This has been Wizards Ramblings, Episode 2. Thank you, and goodbye.